Hello fans, viewers and subscribers joining me Ruku for some more beer reviews. As you've noticed, I have an empty pint glass, and that's because I want to surprise fans here today with this. Ta-da! It is from Iceland, and I think that is pronounced Einstok or Einstok, because I've noticed the accent above the O, sorry. This is from Iceland and it claims to be a white ale. That's right, but I've done my research. It's not really. This then is 5.2%, and it says here on the back, which I shall just read briefly because I find this quite interesting. It's a white ale. And it says there were very complex flavours of the classic wheat beer, or wheat beer, so white wheat beer basically. There's a hint for you fans. Including orange peel and coriander, all brewed with Icelantic water and a touch of oat, to deliver a cool smoothness that is uniquely flavourful, refreshing and drinkable. I've had this a few times. I've had the predecessor, the porter version of this, very, very nice indeed. So I've tried this a few times. So I figured I don't really get much in the way of different countries that are out of the way a little bit. So I think Iceland's, I'm not saying it's out of the way, but it's something that you'd never really go to a lot. It's not sort of the country of beer, if you know what I mean. So there you go. This is also at 3.30 as well. Classes as a white ale. Bear that in mind. A white ale, fans, a white ale. There's your cap. I think that is awesome. Can we get that? I really need to cut my nails. Look at those. I've got women's nails, everyone. Next week, watch me paint them. There you go. Oh dear, I'm only joking, fans. There you go. Look at that. That is I don't know what that is. Like 2 battle axes. That looks really badass. I mean, that is pretty cool. Yeah. Caps. Here we go. I'm going to pour. I'm being very careful with this for a good reason. Very good indeed. This is going to be a big head. Oh shit. I think this is going to be a big head. Right, there you go. Consciously leaving some in the bottle there. I will explain in just a bit. And there you go. Look at that. I'll just try and get out of the way of the light if I can. Or maybe I can't. It is pure, it's clean looking. Look at the size of that head. I'll just bring you up. Elevation. Going that way, there's your head. As you can see there, there's your head. Carbonation. And I'll show you how clear this is as I hold that up to what's left of the daylight here in England. You can see why it's called a white ale. It's got the appearance of like a milky gold white colour kind of. I'll be honest, I don't drink enough white beers. I don't really rate white beers. Nothing against them personally. I just don't like the idea of a white beer personally. But there you go. I know it's not all about the colour, it's all about taste. Looks okay to me. They've got the description right. It's like that sort of pale milky colour. Great carbonation. It is thick, frothy, foamy. It's decent. So that is it. Upon research, I have done a little bit of sleuthing, and I found that they market this as a white ale, but actually it's technically more of a wheat beer than it is an ale. The ingredients: barley malt, wheat and malted oats. So again, we're kind of hitting on the blue moon theme. And since drinking Blue Moon, I've noticed now a lot of beers and ales have got this thing with the oats, the coriander, and things like spice in it, you know. And again, I love all that. Since Blue Moon, I will drink various types of offcuts, if you will, of that style of beer, purely because I like to see how they match up with Blue Moon. Personally, nothing's come close to Blue Moon yet. I may yet to discover that. But other than that, it's more of a white wheat beer. I class this as a wheat beer purely because when you look at that, how is that an ale? That is no way ale-like at all. The carbonation is still going. With ales, again, typically the colour's different. And not only that, but ales have more stronger, darker colour than this. But this is actually categorised. I did a bit of sleuthing, went on their website, not the brewers directly, but the people that import this here to England. And I found that they then also market it, confusingly enough, as a wheat beer, a pilsner, and a beer, and an ale. What the fuck is this beer? What the fuck is it? I'm just going to go ahead and call it a wheat beer because, quite frankly, it's made of wheat and it contains the head of a wheat beer. Except for the colour, I can kind of see pilsner maybe in the sense that it's clear, but it's a white beer because it's like that milky white colour. So, without the confusion out of the way, I'm now going to try this confusing beer. Also, as well, I forgot to mention 5.2% this comes in it. If you are American, this is 11.2 fluid ounces, so that's how big it is. And also I've noticed above the Vikings head there, you'll see some coordinates of some kind. Is that where the brewery's located? Or is that where they get the ingredients for this beer? I don't know. Right, so leaving some in the bottle. I think if you're a regular, you know exactly where this is going. This mask is starting to get on my nerves a bit. But thus I must conceal my identity. I'm evil. Strong smells of grass, oaty, wheaty, fresh doughy. Slight hint of alcohol. It really hits the nose well, actually. Hits the nose well, and it kind of gives it almost like a palatable smell, if that makes sense. It's just gentle on the nose, and it's almost like helps you. It almost helps you smell the real flavours that come through. Just guides you into that sort of, I don't know, doughy, yeasty, oaty land of opportunity. But anyway, let's try. Don't knock the bottle opener off. That is oh. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Get him, Tommy. This has some unique flavours. The beer. This mask is seriously getting my nerves. It has two things that come through battling each other. You get a smooth taste, but then you've got a lively carbonation, and the head, it works over time. It's bubbling and it's very, very foamy. It almost expands in the mouth. So you drink it, it's very thin at first, and then it just expands in the mouth, caresses all the inside of your mouth with all this carbonation going on. On the tongue you get like a little fizz, a little sort of hop reminiscence there. It's just a little, just to let you know that I'm here kind of thing. The body is very light, very palatable. I don't know if I'm picking up the orange peel, but I'm definitely picking up the coriander, and the coriander gives it that spice. Although I'd like to see more of the orange coming through, which I don't think it comes through quite enough. you get the coriander first, and then just in the background, just to finish, you kind of get a slight orange, and then it goes back to a real mellow, lively carbonated, I don't know, oatiness. It's almost like rolled oats when you have porridge. If you just eat porridge, that sort of, not the consistency, but that sort of flavour, that sort of smoothness, that oatiness that you get, all mixes in with this. So you've automatically got about 4 big flavours there trying to fight it out, although the orange has lost, so now you've got 3 flavours fighting it out. The head is amazing, and the fact that it's just quite a nice watery like body with that smooth texture, with a little bit of spice and a little bit of punch, I'd say does the job. Insanely drinkable. There's your, you see that lacing just there? And see how the carbonation's died down and what? Not so much carbonation there. Right, I'm going to just nick this quickly and then I'll crack on with the remainder. Apparently this is unfiltered as well, and it says that it's brewed with pure Icelandic water. So that's probably why it's nice and clean. So good on you, Iceland. Oh man, I've drunk so much beer today. One for the road. Right, so the reason why I've left some in, as you can see, it's about up to there. It's because if this is a true wheat beer, you should be able to remix and keep the sediment going. So just like all most German wheat beers, you can do this with Blue Moon as well. Blue Moon being American. You do it with any wheat beer. Technically Foster's is a wheat beer because it's got wheat in it. And I've tried it with Foster's and this doesn't actually work. But most wheat beers that are genuine, you can do this too. So just remix the bowl. Just keep going and going and going. Maybe just give it a little turn here and there just to work the head. And then hopefully we should see a change either in colour or taste. Or both. Here we go. Look at that head, no, that's just watery. Is there a change in colour? It's a little bit more cloudier. I wouldn't say it's hugely. Maybe I didn't mix that enough. Do it again. Why not? Nah, it's not really changed much. Let's crack on with the taste. We have a wheat beer. When you remix it, you get more of the creaminess from the oats, and it is a real pleasure to drink that. It's more creamy. You get less of the coriander. You get a bit more of the orange, I think, coming through there, and it just takes the edge off the spice from the coriander. You don't get the spice. You don't get the quick coriander hit. No, that spice. You don't get the carbonation tones right down. You don't get the liveliness anymore. The whole expanding of the foam in your mouth. All of that stops, and it almost gets a little bit heavier to drink. It's just more creamier. The texture feels a little bit more heavy in the mouthfeel. Kind of coats the mouth a little bit more. But the flavours really do die down, and what really amazes me, it brings that oat out. It brings the oatiness and gives it a more creamy finish, from start to finish, in fact, all the way through. I absolutely love it, and glad I got this. very rare do you see me polish off a beer on these videos, but there you go, just done it. That is up there with Blue Moon and I'd say some of the decent wheat beers out there. Hitchacho Nest is another good wheat beer, so again, check that out on my channel. It's quite an old video that I did to scroll through all these videos to find it. But there you go. Just realised, if you're pregnant, don't drink. What would I rate this? Can't stop till I'm on fire. What would I rate it? I would oh, do you know what? I'd give that a good 9 out of 10. I think, as confusing as it is, I categorise it as a wheat beer, but what they're saying is it's almost like a white wheat beer, if that's right. That is right, isn't it? A white wheat beer, yeah. So basically what it is a white wheat beer, not an ale, because you don't get the hop, you don't get that overpoweringness. It is a beer. In Iceland they might categorise their beers and ales differently, like Belgium do. And yeah, I think it's pretty decent, I'll be honest. I think that's decent flavour, really decent flavour. And I would recommend that, actually, to be fair. Yeah, pretty good. Well done, Iceland. Don't know any Icelantic, so whatever Icelantic for cheers is. Yeah, good, very good indeed. Join me next time, fans, when I'll hopefully be trying to get some more beer reviews. They're coming harder now for me to find some beer, so I am thinking, do I retire doing these videos or do I not? So your comments, please. If you want me to retire, let me know. If you don't, let me know. Win-win situation.